Yeah, they seem, and Rave seems to just be all in on the idea that they may fall behind, but just farm the Medusa, get the blinks on their 2 initiators, and just try to take it super late.
Going aggressively on cast.
There is a fissure here, but no real follow-up. Zai will retreat. Maybe he even makes that rotation to the jungle now. Tries to work towards the blink. He's going to trot towards it. Puppy, no smoke for him. Wants to complete the mech. Is it coming out now?
Artesia went for 1 point early in presence of the Dark Lord too. That means they can roach a little bit earlier if they want to.
Yeah, not a particularly common build.
Oh, he's going aggressive.
Speaking of Artesia.
Oh no.
Or actually not Artesia. Zai gets skewered up on the cliff. Nicely done. Meanwhile, Artesia is diving cast mid, and one more auto attack. Gets the kill with the haster, and good cliff play here. Zai is going to be a sad boy. Kurl's like, trying to stretch his arm out to hand him the TP up the cliff, but can't quite do it. Sad Zai. But yeah, Artesia getting that kill on the Earthshaker. And these supports are going to become liabilities, it feels. Level 3 Earthshaker. He's got 1,000 net worth. Ninja Boogie is doing decently, though. He gets the arcane boots. He's going to drop wards on the tower, and that is the one big thing with the Shadow Shaman. We've seen teams really struggle to trade towers effectively with Secret. They normally just take and give nothing in return. But with these wards, looks like they will at least bring this tier 1.
Oh, it's a Blink Dagger. Blink Dagger on Brew. I think he's going to go on Zai since he doesn't spot it out.
But it's right when the Rosh is happening. I wonder if Secret just ignore this and go for the Rosh. It looks like they may let Zai die. TP'd in one hero's reinforcements. He'll call the Brew split. S4 now joining, and Ninja Boogie, the first one man down. Can they even kill Zai in time? He's too tanky with the Tranquil Boots. And the call, they're just hardly doing a thing to him. The split's going to end. Ryo has the blink. Where's he going?
They ping out Rosh. They know.
Can they get in here, though? Jayo's walking in. He has Stone Gaze. Arteezy's pretty low. He's going to show his face outside the pit. Brew actually had the blink clap, but it looks like Zai's been able to get on him and cancel it. The clap bringing Zai into danger zone territory. And calmly top lane, Chrissy just farming away here while Kurl gets his levels. But they do thwart that Rosh attempt. And they also get the tower kill for Ninja Boogie. Not too terrible for Rave.
It's not that great for them. Brew can't solo. I mean, Brew hasn't been able to solo kill the Axe, which is pretty devastating, I think, for them.
It's tough. With the start Zai had, he gets the Tranquil Boots, and when he calls the split really doesn't do much. You just have the immolation damage.
Well, Shadow Fiend did pick up a regen. Looks like he is transitioning into the Yule's build. Great verse. Brew in particular, I think, is where the split shines, especially if you're on land. You have quick reflexes, low ping. Great environment to make big plays on a Blink Brew. Also Blink Mag.
Speaking of the Brew, he's smoked. Raver heading top. S4, though, already has point booster Ogre Club. There's no way you're getting him, and certainly not with the Brew split. I actually don't know what the plan is here. Well, maybe with the ward trap. Kuroki's not level 6. They stun Ryo to start. He drops the ward surrounding S4, but they might just be able to kill these wards and get him out of there. They shackle him, hold him in position. There is a stun in 3 seconds. S4 dropping low to this, but he'll stick up and survive. Blink. Clap. Needs the crit. Ryo gets it. Maybe forfeits his own life, though, as the TP comes in from the Axe. Ward trying to cover the path of retreat. They go for 2 kills here using the Battle Hunger Ninja Boogie. The wards are going to start chewing through Kurl, though, who wants to finish off Ryo. He's kept alive, and Ryo trying to find that blink clap. He blinks back. Kurl chasing forward. Zai also on the hunt. He's in dunk range. Nearly Wave of Terror, not enough. Can't get the kill. And he'll back off. The Battle Hunger was cooling down. Somehow he survives. It works out really nicely getting that Necrophos kill. They also force everyone on Secret to rotate. And this frees up Chrissy Bottom, who is quite close to a blink for an off-lane mag. He's got Arcanes, he's got 1900 gold. Not too shabby.
They're doing a good job of spreading the map and actually applying some pressure now. First on Axe, then on the tower, then on this tower on top. And yeah, that was a very difficult kill for Rave to get. I'm glad they committed their Blue Master to that fight too.
Yeah,
he almost got his head chopped off.
Even if you lose him there, killing off the Necrophos almost justifies it. It also creates a lot of space for the Magnus. He's going to have his blink pretty much now. Has a bounty room bottled up. Just needs to farm this one stack here.
So now Enigma probably looking to get involved in fights. Bought the care package of the Scent Smoke Obs combo and the mech.
That's a nice little present from the parents. You know, get a little smoke, little TP
I wonder
scroll.
If it's going to be a Midas from Brew.
He does pick up the gloves.
I would say it's not the worst.
I mean, they have their double blink combo, right? And they're already naturally very hard to push into.
Uh-oh. Arteezy might be in a pickle here.
Rave smoking into the pit. Did they actually try to steal this? They have shaman wards.
I don't know.
It's very risky, though.
Risky.
But it seems like they might even try for it. This is ballsy if they do. There's a sentry ward up on the high ground. The Cyclone going to start things off, though. Medusa now blinking forward as Ryo. He gets past the fissure. Actually, the fissure might end up hurting his team. Arteezy dropping low. They'll pop him quickly. Now they Stone Gaze. That's the Shadow Fiend out of the fight off the bat. He used the Yules offensively, and then had nothing to make his way out of here. Now Ninja Boogie chasing on to S4. The nuke's coming out. He gets off the shackle from the high ground. Zai tries to dunk. He's a little bit early. 2-hero RP. The black hole from the high ground, though, turning this to counter fissure. Breaking that black hole. Jo running out of mana rapidly. He may go down here. It's up to Ryo most likely to engage and help him out. He can't do it. They even buy back on the Shaman. As Zai leaps forward, he gets hexed, and Rave are now in a headlong retreat. They're just lacking damage at this point. Shackling Zai under... No, actually not under tower. Just under catapult fire. This could be a dieback from Ninja Boogie. He's going to go down again. Ryo blinking in. He may also fall here. This is a chop. Nope, actually, he already put on cooldown. Not even needed. Secret getting 3 kills, plus the 4th kill on the Shaman dieback. And now the pain's coming out for Roche as Arteezy is going to look to strut in there immediately.
You know, that's even a sloppy engage from Secret. Like, Arteezy used his Yules on the Medusa, I guess kind of threatening a push, and then they just let him open to a blink split combo.
Chrissy wants to jump in here, it looks like. He has a shockwave. The blink skewer. Maybe tries to bring someone back up the cliff. No, not going to go.
He might get Yules and just...
It just shows you that Rave need a lot of items to hit hard in the fights. Until Medusa gets some damage, you have level 1 in power, and that's about it.
She died so quickly.
Yeah. Once they focused her. At first they were kind of ignoring the Medusa, going for the Shaman, trying to keep the other heroes off of Arteezy, but yeah, once they turned their attention to that Medusa, she just melted. This is just not Rave's stage of the game. If they're trying to get this Brew Midas, Medusa's still a long way to go before first item. Jo really got styled on mid. Arteezy, it was pretty much a pure 1v1. Both team supports completely jungling, and you see the CS now. He's just way behind.
Medusa can't win past 7.
Yeah.
I think 1 through 6 she can do decently.
Normally what teams do to make up for that is they just stack the Ancients a lot. But there's only a single stack here.
Still, Secret hasn't done Roshan yet, so that's a somewhat low victory for him.
Jo in trouble. He's going to Stone Gaze. The Yules comes out from Arteezy. He's going to turn to Stone here, but I don't know if Jo makes it out. There's no backup. Oh, there's the fissure. Okay. But still the chase. Ryo getting caught from the rear. He's going to blink it. He gets caught. Necrophos ult is online, but he splits first. Would have been quite enough damage to get the kill. Now Cycloning the Necrophos, going on to Kuroki, but again, damage a bit lacking here. They're getting their spells off, and then nothing else really happens.
So that's a waste of Stone Gaze, a waste of Brew Ultimate.
Do you just push if you're Secret?
Yeah, definitely.
They even have the Enigma mech online, and I will just blink, continue cutting the waves and applying pressure. The one thing Rave could do is just rat with the wards.
They might be able to, like, at least
threaten high ground.
Just force them back at least, and then if they TP back,
Radiant structures are fortified.
There's already 2 heroes sitting in there. They have a pretty scary lineup to siege early if Rave doesn't have their items.
Blink, skewer mid onto Puppey. The ward's getting dropped. Now he has mech though. He'll pop it. And in fact, Chrissy's been ward trapped. Oh, Ninja Boogie, please. They swap Puppey up to the high ground. This just couldn't go any worse as Ninja Boogie will get caught. He's dunked from almost half health by Zai with the level 2 ultimate. They blow the wards, they blow the RP, and they lose both heroes. They don't even dent the tower, really. And this is not all. In the meantime, Ryo getting caught up by the Shadow Fiend here. He blinks out, but now the way to Roche lies open. It's... Every little mistake is just being punished so hugely by Secret.
I mean, that's
brutal.
That's what happens when you free from Enigma for 15 minutes. He gets Tread's mech, and he's just really difficult to kill. If you don't kill him, you just get black hole to die, or you just lose the fight like that. They blew 2 ultimates on him too. It's not like they didn't commit enough. I guess they didn't commit enough heroes, but those 2 heroes,
they're just so light on damage. And Puppey's tanky. And the combination of these 2 things is just... They have to blow the big ultis, and it's even if you get that kill, that's a 4-position Enigma, and you've used RP and wards, at which point Secret are definitely
Dire's
taking
top
Roche
tower is
regardless.
under attack.
That was a really smart ban, though. The Timber Assault ban. Like, looking at their lineup, it's just Mag doesn't do any damage. There's no Cleaver, too, with Empower, which is a big issue.
Yeah.
But the strength is high ground hold. The strength is, I guess, very, very late game. Although, I think at this point, they might be able to just kite through Medusa. Have her sit in
Dire's
midnight
top
poles,
tower
Yules
is under
her.
attack.
The one thing
Call her.
the one thing for Secret that really impresses me though is when they get these leads. To me, they're the best team in the tournament at extending a lead. They get the early lead, they farm the entire map well, they get good wards down, they pressure
Radiant's
everywhere, and they
bottom
just
tower
starve
has
the
fallen.
ever-living crap out of their opponents.
I mean, look at their wards, though. It's one right outside the mid T2 and one in the Radiant jungle. Like, these are pretty deep wards. And this way they can see when Rave Ancients, too, which is going to be a significant source of their income. And, I mean, that's just scary if Secret always has eyes on you. Like, there's very little places that they don't have vision. I guess top lane, I suppose, is pretty much the only place,
But they still have a tier 1 there even, so it's still fairly well protected.
I mean, look at where Arteezy was just farming. He's farming right outside the T2 with no backup around. So if he dies once, he's likely going to die twice. And he's not safe.
Well, at this point, the Midas Brew definitely feels like the right item. It may not pay off, but they're getting a Vlad's or something at this stage would not allow Rave to take these fights. So they're just gonna basically turtle and go for ultra late game.
Wow, look at Necrolite. So Necrophos went BKB, and Enigma went Blink. So there are Blink Burrows, but not the Blink Burrows that I expected.
Blinking from side, just gonna farm the wave. Yeah, that's generally the other way around is what you would expect to see. It is a really good Enigma BKB game.
Here they go on Brewmaster in the bottom lane.
Cyclonic Creep. Take that. Who is it? I remember seeing some player like using his Yules just to secure a last hit. Because his auto attack was on cooldown. Most random thing ever.
Easy 50 damage. The coolest is getting kills with it. Like hero
Radiant's
kills.
bottom
Yeah,
tower
just get the
is
last
under
hit.
attack.
Chaos your teammates.
I mean, see, look, this ward, they see these two, and like, how
Radiant
are
structures
Rave
are
supposed to
fortified.
exert any pressure when
Radiant's
and
bottom
stop
tower
this like
is under
split
attack.
pushing when they have vision? I think one of the supports just mans up and buys a gem. I think probably Shadow Shaman, and then they go around and deal ward, and then after
He
that they
could
can-
buy one now. Of course, if he does that, then the dream of a blink is pretty much
Well,
not happening.
it's sacrificing his farm for the betterment of the team, and somebody has to do it.
It does feel like they need either a gem or just some really good sentry ward placements,
Yeah.
but it gets expensive.
The Sentry wards have missed. They have
Yeah.
this one and this one, and it's a guessing game. There's so many places they could have wards. They could have wards here. They could have wards on the high ground. They could have wards over here on the cliff. They could have wards in between the T2 and the T3. There's way too many options for Secret to have good wards.
Yeah, and it's one thing if you have your own wards up so you can see when they're planting them, but since they're in the dark, like you look at Radiant Vision right now, they see nothing outside of this one ward, which was just planted. It's a total guessing game. Very difficult. And you could just see Secret kind of extending their tentacles out on the map. Now they're farming the Radiant Ancients. They were even taking over these camps, and Rave getting continuously more and more limited in terms of where they can go through vision, through starvation tactics. They're looking a little emaciated now, Ben.
Starving kids.
Think of the children. Think of poor Jo.
Yeah, I mean, Secret just plays a really tight game with very few mistakes. And as you said, like, you give them a small lead, they'll get another 2,000 gold lead with that.
Radiant's
and then,
middle
you know,
tower
they're
is
just
under
really
attack.
good at incrementally increasing.
Fissure coming out onto Zai. Will they follow this up with anything? They do hex him. This is a dangerous hero to commit on. He's quite tanky. Has a Blink, Force, and Vanguard. Now Arteezy will TP in. They've dropped the wards. Those will be quickly farmed up. Tower is going to be denied.
Radiant's
So
middle
finally they
tower
get at
is
least
under
something.
attack.
But it's a denied tower at that, and Secret congregating. They might even look to push in here. Ninja Boogie got a TP out. Zai actually very close to spotting him out. But again, there's just no freebies. Even when they take a tower, it requires the wards. The wards are then farmed by Secret, and they deny the tower as well. And the aggressive wards continue. This one's been planned on the high ground. The vision is just so one-sided.
Yeah, I guess they just wait to just massacre them with like a 25, 30,000 gold lead. That's what it seems like right now. I think it's still too early to push high ground for Secret. They have Blink up on Mag, and that's pretty much enough to dissuade a push by a well-played Mag.
Yeah, you get that one blink skewer to start the fight, or like the 3/4 hero RP, although that might be a bit more difficult.
They do have good tower siege though. Like they have Enigma Eidolons and they have a Shadow Fiend. They will have a Shadow Fiend with Aegis, and on top of that they'll have Necrophos for the sustain. So
the other thing is they have the Venge. So even if someone gets caught out of position, they might still be able to like swap them back to safety. As Ninja Boogie will get trapped out by Zai here. He dared to leave the base and he will be punished for it. Necrophos ult to finish him off. And
see you in 70 seconds.
Yeah, that's a 70-second death timer on the friggin' Shadow Shaman.
It's the opposite of Shallow Grave.
It's a very deep, deep grave for him. As Arteezy's gonna prep. Black Hole waiting for Ryo on the way down. This is 2 heroes for Rave who dared to venture forth. They both pay. And meanwhile, they just got 2 heroes strung around mid. Rave have 3, and they're the ones who probably need to be backing off. S4 charging in. He's throwing heal bombs out.
They also don't hesitate too. Like, okay, it's a Necrophos ult on a Rasa. You'll see a lot of Necrophos players hold it for a more important target, but the fights are so few and far between. Black Hole on a Panda, whatever. I mean, they're just gonna do it because they know they can get kills with it, and they know they can capitalize on each and every kill.
Secret just continue to be surgical in all their movements. It's been very one-sided. They get the blink call. It's on 2 by Zion. He drags them in closer to his team, chops the first. He will end up getting Stone Gaze, but I mean, really, you're not bringing an axe down with
the
physical
damage that he took during the Stone Gaze was actually pathetic.
That was pretty terrible. 12 armor, has the Vanguard. It's rough. They're just not making mistakes, Ben. I don't know what you do when you fall behind this early. They even made decent efforts to get out on the map, like from the, I don't know, the 10 to 20 minute mark, but every time they did, Secret were prepared. They TP'd in pretty quickly. There was the 1 kill top where they got the kill on, who was it? The Necrolite, and then got out, but that was it. They've had 1 clean kill the entire game, and that almost wasn't a clean kill, even at that.
Secret looking good.
They still have some tough opponents. EG, Vici Gaming, the 2 main ones, but it looks like this game is well in their hands. They're already confident to breach high ground against this amazing 5-man defense that Rave have on paper, even at 25 minutes. They're not going to fully commit, though. Perhaps waiting for the next Roche. Could be respawning any second now, and just a textbook move here. You push in the bottom lane all the way to the tier 3, and then you immediately back off, check the Roche, and if it's up, you just take it right away.
They still have ways to counter-initiate on Mag, too. Like, the high ground defense is difficult, but only if Mag gets, like, a blink skewer into, like, a freaking combo. As you said, they have the swap. They also have a 4-staff up on Vengeful Spirit.
Oh, does she?
I believe so.
Oh, coming on the courier.
Yeah, so they have a 4-staff on Venge. They also have, like, Yules on the Mag can also stop that initiate and just lead to a kill. They also have, like, Malefice on Enigma that can stop it. A Blink Black Hole to counter-initiate. A Blink Axe Call to counter-initiate. So, like, the high ground is difficult, but it's not impossible if Secret are, you know, really fast at reacting to what Rave is going to do.
Well, and it certainly doesn't hurt when you've got that 20k golden experience lead. 4 of the top 5 farmers are on Secret. They're just waiting for the next Roche at this point. They get this Roche item-wise. I guess they could wait for this S4. No, he's already completed. Shiva's is out. Any other big items? Butterfly out. I guess the BKB and Arteezy. You get the BKB on Arteezy, you just complete the Shivas on Necrophos. You have your Venge 4-staff to deal with any fissure block shenanigans, and outside of that, they're ready to go high ground. Maybe they wait for Puppy's BKB if he wants to buy it. He's got 3.3k gold. Outside of that, I think they've got all the tools they need. It will take a very spirited, borderline miraculous defense to hold out.
Agreed.
Chances of comeback, what would you say, 1%?
Not 1.
10.
I mean, yeah, less than 10.
5.
This is a really, really difficult position for Rave.
Not 100% out. And this is a team that won't give up too early. They blink clap on Zai. I mean, they have the blink skewer play, but you look at their vision, and they have really limited ideas as to what's behind them. They do see the Necrophos, but for all they know, there's 3 heroes sitting right here.
They can't kill anyone quickly. Like, the burst is almost non-existent. You have, what, like, Shockwave, like Lightning from Shaman, and maybe like an Echo Fissure combo, but even that's like 1,000 damage, maybe. Mystic Snake, and throw on another couple hundred.
Jo starts slithering out into the mid lane, but Arteezy's going to greet him. Tosses out the Yule Scepter. There are 4 hero smoke behind him, although it's pretty obvious, I think, for Secret that is the case. As you look at their vision right now, and there's literally nobody on the map from the Radiant side, outside of the Earthshaker, which just got revealed. So they'll back off. They're going to TP onto the bottom lane, and as soon as that's spotted, actually even before it is, Secret into the Roche Pit. Straightforward. Now the BKB up on the Shadow Fiend, the BKB up in the Enigma. S4 probably going to complete his Aghanim Scepter. I thought he had more gold. Oh no, he bought the Shivas, that's right.
Roshan has fallen to the dark.
Rages for the books.
Oh, I meant the Ags on the Axe, that's right. Zai's about to complete his, but... Level 3 chop coming soon. And at that point, what's the chop threshold here with the Ags? It's 625. We're looking at a Shadow Shaman who dies from over half health. That's like one Shadow Fiend right click, 1 raise, and a chop.
Get cold.
Brutal. Simply brutal. Secret just making it look easy. There's been almost no action as of late, and you can see the last time that Rave got a kill was 14 minutes. It's been pure starvation. They've been on the liquid diet here ever since, and they're starting to show the effects. The Secret begin to pincer them in. They want to push in all 3 lanes before they go for the high ground breach. The Axe dealing with top. The other 4 towards the southern side of the map. Not too much longer until they'll try and go high ground, it seems.
Yeah, 4 minutes.
Radiant's top tower
4 minutes
is
to
under
make
attack.
a move. And it's longer than a black hole cooldown.
They're just leaving nothing to chance. Like, even... Oh, this could be it, though. Blink Skewer onto S4. The Echo Slam used to try and burst him down, but they get off the swamp. S4's kept alive. Now the Black Hole, not very good. Only gets Jo, and then he's turned into a Stone Gaze. Even with all their preparations and backup plans, it will be good enough. RP comes through on 3, but Rave a bit lacking for damage. The Fissure connecting as well. From the side comes Artur. He'll slash through Jo. He brings down the Shaman as well, and with that, fights his way against the War Team. End up going down here once. The Boulder Toss coming out. They do buy back on that Medusa and look to re-engage. Yule Scepter keeping him alive, and he will fall, but still has the Aegis. They've used RP. They've used the Brew Split. They get the Blink Skewer once more, though. The Vengeful Spirit is dead. Maybe, just maybe, they can hold this high ground. Oh, no, not like this. Double dunk, triple dunk. Is it going to be a quad? Oh, he actually only gets a triple. Someone else got the last hit there, but either way, now another chop. No, he's out of mana. That's just...
That was a sick call by Zai. I mean, Rave had a good game plan there. Fissure, Blink, Skewer. That's a great way to start off the fight, but they're just too far. He four-stepped him away. I don't think initially he was close enough to the cliff, but he four-stepped him away, he swapped him down, and then Venge sacrificed their life, Blink Black Hole, and then Arteezy on the bottom side. They also had a very good pincer movement too. Like it's Shadow Fiend on the bottom, the other few on the top, so that Shadow Fiend doesn't get caught in an RP. And he dealt with the Panda ult by his lonesome.
But you can see why Secret took their sweet time with that game, because if they try to do that when they're like 10, 15k ahead, they maybe don't have that extra 4-staff on the Venge, or, you know, the Shadow Fiend dies a bit quicker. If they don't have the Aegis, God forbid, Arteezy's dead. And that could have gone poorly for Secret if they didn't take all... I mean, it might seem boring to the viewers at times, but if they didn't take all those preparations...
You have to. Secret's very smart at that. They don't push high ground prematurely. That's where a lot of